pale.
Stop it. You're scaring me.
You're all right. You're all right. What are we gonna do, Brian?
I don't know.
Shite. I can't stop the bleeding, Brian.
Rest the wound. Not like that.
What then?
Hang on. You're going to be all right.
So pale.
Stop it. You're scaring me.
You're all right. What are we gonna do, Brian?
I don't know.
Shite.
You're a true You, not a step
A
closer.
strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
She might be a healer.
She might be a band.
Wait.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
Protect them. She...
He's with the... Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin. I don't know any druids. We know that all too well, ma'am, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks. What? Are you... The Absolute is our goddess. Then we'll be the ones with the power.
A true soul, and when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, madam. The beast must be
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, True Soul, we may stand a chance.
True soul. Absolute. What were they raving
You
on
should
about?
search that corpse. Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you.
Abandon their hosts as soon as they need to. Vile parasites.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
sharp as ever.
All right. What now?
There's no time to waste.
Let's get going. Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Edwin would want this, right?
The truth.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
A lunar statue in a stinking cave. Hardly a place of honor.
This thing won't yield its contents easily.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the roughly translated, his confidence.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness. You can only surmise the obvious. The owlbear is out for blood. The owlbear stares, but doesn't move to attack. The way out seems clear.
The beasts ahead. We need to get closer.
How did you get so close to it? What if we're making it angry? I'm holding.
One day, I'll catch a break.
On the victor's path. Fleet of foot.
On I go. I'm not going to last much longer.
Two steps at a time.
Very well.
This is my time. Found my mark. Forever dauntless. Battle favors the fearless. Today you fall.
That was amazing!
Cub looks from you to his dead mother. A single strike will end his suffering. You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
And provide for the cub. Perhaps it will live.
That's good, right?
Oblivious to your presence, the cub continues to gorge himself on his dead mother. Oblivious to your presence, the cub...
It's been a long day. I need to rest soon.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
A little help, please.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
It got her. It got Bri too. What do I do now? Right. All right. I'll go.
Thanks.
Oblivious to your presence.
Might be useful. An owlbear egg. These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped. Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevil Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more. All right. Anything more we should discuss? My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded. Baldur's Gate, born and raised. The only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama. A staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine. A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days. By all means.
Damn her to every hell. Feeding a precious child to a serpent. I don't care what she did. No one has the right to steal a child's future.
Fate didn't kill this child. Korga did. Her sort of evil is more terrible than most. She worships sheer cruelty and dares to call it justice.
What to do?
can't afford to stay idle.
Eager for battle. Enough time wasted. Battle awaits.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What's that? Just an old prayer.
Do you think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
A dead boar. But it doesn't look like it's been touched by scavengers. The carcass seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. You notice 2 small puncture wounds in its neck. Looking closer, you can see the skin around its face is desiccated. It's been completely drained of blood.
Lae'zel, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Lae'zel, have you ever done a good deed just for the sake of it?
I have performed deeds well and efficiently. Is this what you mean?
Not exactly. But you answered my question.
Have you wondered what people will say, Will, when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They always disappoint, though.
You saw them grab him. Damn it. I wish we could at least have given them a proper burial. You better not linger for too long. Those goblins just aren't normal.
I told them to run, the idiots! You better turn north here, or you'll end up like them. Liam isn't here.
He didn't make it this far. You saw them grab him.
You don't gotta remind me.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Goblins ahead. Looks like they're laying an ambush.
Moonhaven.
The Blade of Frontiers, hmm? Do you always need to be the center of attention?
Anything but. I don't fight to be flattered, Lae'zel. I fight to save lives.
What's that?
The dog lowers his hackles. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse. Around his neck is a collar etched with a name. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. The dog whimpers nervously, as if to urge you on. The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog sniffs your hand, his tail.
I saw you training those children. You were so gentle. That's not how I was taught.
Cruel words strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadow.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson, after all.
You came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
So, Will, what was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
Ah, it was a great scrap. A hungry minotaur with a hankering for human flesh. An axe-bearing mountain of fur she was. Gave me a nasty scar.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Will with a Y. Why?
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle's name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
Beast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. Bones snap as the hyena is hollowed from the inside out, forming a vessel for something new. Her belly splits like a rotten fruit, birthing a frenzy of claws and fangs.
Light on my feet.
Victory awaits. On the move. Need to act fast. On the move.
Watch it! That hyena's going for help.
Swift and lethal. Taste my fury. What should I do?
First step is the hardest. Good.